remember from quite a young age, I was taught to accept others for who they are and not just go straight to judging people. Up until I was about 5 years old, me and my parents lived on the same property as my grandma. By far, she definitely was one of the biggest influencers in my life when it comes to accepting others. When I was younger, she was always there to teach and inspire me about this topic, and I have carried out the information I have learned from her in my life today. I feel extremely lucky to have been brought up this way and to have valued these traits throughout my upbringing, but not everyone per se are brought up with these ideas and knowledge given to them. A lot of households bring up their children to believe that one way is better than the other and that one certain type of living is the right way. Therefore, everything else is supposedly wrong. Most people think acceptance is equivalent to approval, resignation, or thinking that no change can take place once you accept something. But in fact, acceptance is generally the first step to change. There are many different forms of acceptance and variables that play into this. When someone is born into a family of people that are racist or homophobic, or etc., chances are that that person will learn to become racist or homophobic are pretty likely. Of course, this can change throughout someone's life, but it's a fact that you adapt to your surroundings and people around you, and in most cases learn to live by their ideologies. Think about it. No baby comes into this world with any opinion on race or sexual orientation, but they grow up and have to get their opinions and views from somewhere, and it's most likely going to be from the people closest to them, like their family. There is also no so-called truth. Everything perceived is a different form of expression of life, and each individual truth or reality is just as true or real as any other. Therefore, we cannot look at others as better or worse, but simply different. Caitlyn Jenner, more formerly known as Bruce Jenner, recently underwent gender reassignment surgery. In an interview with Diane Sawyer, she mentioned that all her life she knew that something wasn't quite right and that she had always felt this way, but held it in for nearly 65 years because she was worried about not being accepted and not being looked at the same. And in one quote from her, she said, "I was running away from who I was, remembering back to her years as an Olympic athlete." She said that she had identified as a woman early on in her childhood, but had been trying to avoid it throughout her career. Throughout the whole interview, she kept saying, "I just want to be happy." And isn't that the meaning of life? To be happy? Everyone has the right and the will to be happy in their life, and who has a legitimate reason to keep someone from that? This is just one of the thousands upon thousands of examples out in the world of a person living in unhappiness due to constant fear of not being accepted. No human should have to live like that. The point of acceptance is just being able to see everyone and everything as equal. Imagine planting a seed, and you may already know what that seed is going to look like and how it will grow, but after you plant it, let go of all those harsh expectations of how the seeds will grow and what they will look like. This way, however the seed might grow and however it will look, you have no expectations and ideas of what it's supposed to look like. Now, if this is how humans approach each other in certain situations, if everyone looked at each other with a blank slate, the world would be a completely different and, I think, much better place.